Welcome to MyLITV. From Manhasset to Montauk, we have traveled our communities to bring you the following events. I'm your host, Waldo Cabrera. MyLITV starts now.
This is a juried fine arts and crafts show, and we have about a little less than 65 exhibitors, and with all different mediums of art. And we have this event once a year at Heckscher Park. The caliber of work has to be an upscale type of fine art. It's not a flea market in any way, shape, or form.
Every year it seems like it gets better and better and better. With the music that they keep on having, the food, the vendors, and every year it gets larger and larger. From when it first started, it was probably around 40 vendors. Now we're up to about 65, and every year it just keeps on getting better and better.
Well, it certainly brings an appreciation for good crafts and good art. There are no vendors here that bringing in material from overseas, for example. Everything here is handmade. And so what we want to do is to get people to appreciate the real thing and support our Long Island craftspeople and artists. Normally we have jewelers, potters, photographers, painters. There's probably going to be a lot of digital work here because this is a new medium. We have woodworkers and leather workers across the way. So you find a big variety. We try and not get too overbalanced with jewelers. No one wants to feel that there's too much competition. Mm-hmm. So we try and keep a balance between the various mediums.
I was a music teacher. A lot of theater directing, translated into a good eye. So I treat the picture as if it's a stage set. I've always been a very creative person. If I don't create, I have to start thinking about how to create. Many times I've bought paint sets because I felt uncreative or not creative. And every time I do that, I know I have to do something like direct a play or shoot some pictures or play some music because I'm not a painter.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun meeting people from Huntington and just getting their feedback. And a lot of times they want to know exactly how you do it. So we have the demonstrations here. So we had a cartoon artist. Well, it really uplifts the community, I think, as far as it's very unique and very different. The art here is fine art. It's not just a craft show. This is real fine art. Everything is individually made. So it's important.
This is decoupage and collage, but decoupage mostly. And it's paper on, as you'll see, on glass, underneath glass, and paper on top of baskets, and then using glue and polyurethane and materials like that. You'll see that there are a lot of images I've cut out of all kinds of papers, and I've glued those in the back of glass plates and things like that. But then there are others that I have glued rice paper around the outside of vases, and then on top of that I've used dried flowers from my own garden that I've pressed and then covered with mostly with glue and polyurethane to make them really durable. It's always intriguing, and it's never the same because I never know exactly how something is going to progress as I work on it. So it's fun.
I was brought up in a heavy equipment contracting business, and my father was a heavy equipment operator and owner, and I always wanted to be like your father, and so he said, well then if you want to be a heavy machine operator, you have to learn how to weld and be a mechanic. Well, for 24 years I was in the repair business, and like I said, I was been welding since I've been 12, and it was strictly, I call the art that I do now as therapy. They consider me an outside artist, which means I do outside the norm, not educated, self-taught.
I think this just glorifies the town of Huntington. It makes everything come alive, and this weekend everybody looks forward to it. Year in year you see the same faces and new faces too. It's a wonderful event.